I mean, yeah, I've put a football shirt on deliberately, haven't I? Because we're going to talk about Alex Scott, the footballer and commentator, and the fact that she drops her G's at the end of words, and Lord Digby Jones, who is, quite frankly, a tool. So yeah, Lord Digby Jones had a go at the footballer Alex Scott over the fact that she drops her G's when she's doing her commentating. Obviously, there was a lot of people who then criticised him for this because it is accent prejudice. And he then said it was nothing to do with accent prejudice. He was just sort of like thought she was lazy, and it was accent prejudice. I mean, just if you're going to be a tool, admit that you're a tool. Don't try and dodge your way around it. And Digby Jones is a tool. Some of the stuff he said about trade unions is downright ridiculous. And there's also an irony in the fact that he's called Digby Jones, and he's really, really posh because, if you were given a multiple choice question, who is Digby Jones? Is he the ex-head of the CBI, or is he the bass player for the Wurzels? You'd definitely go bass player for the Wurzels, wouldn't you? But yeah, he slagged off Alex Scott for her commentating, and some people dived in and defended her. And some people says you shouldn't have people dropping their G's when they're commentating and speaking with an accent and all this stuff, and that's complete garbage. The reason I wanted to do this video is because I've got a poem about this very thing. This poem was written many, many moons ago when I did a gig in Wolverhampton Town Centre, and someone from a place called Technal, which is like less than 3 miles away, says you can't do poetry with an accent. How dare you? And this poem was written as a consequence of that. I do have to do an accent when I do this poem. Now, a couple of things. I'm not very good at accents, so I will point out when I'm about to do the accent, just so that you know that, oh, I was doing an accent. Also, I have to do a posh accent, and people think that this is me criticising all posh people. It's not. I'm criticising the person who slagged me off at the gig, and I'm criticising now Lord Digby Jones, bass player with the Wurzels. Can we get that trending? Can we have, like, every time we mention Lord Digby Jones on Twitter, can we put hashtag bass player with the Wurzels? It'll amuse me. So yes, I've got to do this accent, but this doesn't mean that I hate people who are posh. I don't. I just hate these two people who are posh. I'm also going to wear a tie. That's thematically relevant as well. I tell you what, a lot going on in these videos. People don't appreciate it, See? I tell you what, it took a while to find the tie. So yes, here's the poem. I say, that was the posh accent. I say, is your name Dave Pitt? I did enjoy your show, but there's one little bit, it's your accent. It's rather crude, and as a result I must conclude that you need to take lessons and learn to speak right, because you sound very stupid and lacking in foresight. Poets should be well spoken and have a soft touch, not sounding like 3-syllable words away too much. Poets should be the gatekeepers of linguistic sobriety. You are a demonstration of the lack of education in our society. Oh, and one other thing which would be most pleasing is if you realise poems filled with rhyming couplets is cheating. Oh, you're one of those people that judges others by the sound of their voice. Isn't that nice? There's a lot of people that say this accent sounds stupid. They say, it's the coal dust that makes you deluded. That is such a funny joke. It's so original, but allow me to make a point on general principle. Prejudice is prejudice is prejudice. And you're only doing it because you and yours benefit. Your comments are actually about you and your controlling nature, and as a result, I fucking hate you. And I bet that previous rhyme is below your station because it doesn't really work in received pronunciation. And as for rhyming couplets, I've got a couple here, and I'll say them loud and I'll say them clear. I'm going to finish with a statement that's long overdue. The problem in this world ain't my accent. The problem is prejudice-laden pricks like you. That's quite an old poem for me. I wrote it a few years back, as I said. And I present it now not for Alex Scott. She doesn't need me defending her. She's amazing. She's a phenomenal footballer. She's a phenomenal commentator, and she can drop her G's all she wants. This is for all those people out there who are being told that they've got to change their accent, that they've got to start speaking proper. You do you. We shouldn't all sound the same, and we shouldn't have all our commentators and newscasters sounding the same either. We should celebrate regional dialect. We should appreciate regional dialect. We should try and find out more about regional dialect. And when we've got a regional dialect, we should be proud of it. So for all those people who are feeling rough about the fact that they've got an accent, don't, because we're in the right. I'm telling you, we're in the right. Down with accent prejudice and Digby Jones, do one. If you like this video, then please follow me on Twitter, follow me on the other socials, and if you want to support me, then please pop to Patreon or PayPal me or Ko-Fi, and that would be lovely. Thank you very much.